Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. This video is in response to a question I received in one of your comments. The question is, can you think about someone so much that they start thinking about you? And first, I just want to say thank you so much to the subscriber who asked this question. I adore each and every one of your comments. I love all the wonderful energy you guys share with me in the comment section, and I read every one of them. I think this is an amazing question and one that I know a lot of people out there listening have. And by the end of this video, you will know how thinking about someone affects them and whether or not thinking about someone enough can cause them to think about you. But first, I just want to give a quick plug to my website, soundandsoulful.com. On this website, I have created over 100 powerful subliminal affirmations audio tracks. I know many of you listening are already members, but for those of you who haven't signed up, I'll be mentioning various subliminals throughout this video, and all of the links to those tracks will be in the description box if you want to learn more about what each subliminal is designed to help you transform. Because as I always say on this channel, we can work on changing the conscious mind all day long, and most people do, but that's really only 5% of your brain. The other 95% is your subconscious mind. And this is truly where most of your actions and outcomes are happening in life. And the problem is, much of our subconscious has been programmed from early childhood, from the things our parents said, our friends, our peers, our teachers. And it's time we take back our power and reprogram our own subconscious thoughts so that we can naturally, easily, effortlessly attract the kinds of manifestations we desire in life. So to learn how to do that, check out the description box for more information. So let's get back to the question. Can thinking about someone enough make them think about you? The short answer is yes, and not just sometimes, but actually anytime you think about a person, even once, they do have the ability to feel it. I talk a lot on this channel about ways that you can know someone is thinking about you. But just like you have the power to know when someone is thinking a thought about you, anytime you think about another person, they are able to know that you are thinking about them as well. Now, before you say, well, I don't always know when someone's thinking about me, let me clear up a few things. Although it's possible to know anytime someone is thinking about you, most of us are not energetically tuning in this way all the time. So even those of us who are intuitive block a lot of things out, because if we were fully tuned in to all the energies around us, if we were tuned into anytime anyone thought a single thought about us, we would be emotionally exhausted all day long, which is actually what happens to empaths. It's called empath fatigue, where empaths get chronic fatigue or exhaustion from tuning in too frequently to what other people are thinking and feeling. Now that's a whole separate video. But needless to say, if you think about a person once, they may feel it or they may not. And really this has to do with how in tune they are with you. So This may sound a little confusing at first, but I promise I'll clear everything up. So, if you have a crush on someone or you're interested in someone, because of these emotions you have toward them, you are, in a sense, energetically connecting with them. There's an energetic cord between you. And because of this energetic bond, it is easier for you to feel when they are thinking about you. This is the reason that experiences like telepathy are most commonly experienced between people who already have a strong emotional bond. It's because that strong emotional bond acts as an energetic cord, which makes it easier for them to telepathically communicate their thoughts and feelings to one another, even at a distance. Now, let's say you don't really have this energetic connection with someone. Is it still possible for them to feel you thinking about them? Yes. But the chances of them knowing that you're thinking about them really amplify based on two factors. One, the frequency at which you think about them, and two, the emotion you put into your thoughts. Okay, so basically it works like this. Every time you think about a person, you radiate an energetic signal to that person that they are able to interpret. The more you think about that person, the stronger that energetic signal gets, the more likely they are to pick up on you thinking about them, which will in turn cause them to start thinking about you. The same thing goes for emotion. Our emotions amplify the power of our thoughts. So whenever you infuse a lot of emotion into your thoughts about a person, whether it be thinking of them very hatefully or thinking of them very lovingly, whether that emotion is negative or positive, it doesn't matter. The more emotion you feel when thinking about this person, the stronger the energy behind those thoughts becomes, the more likely they are to pick up on the fact that you're thinking about them. Now, here's something you need to understand, just in case you were worried that that person would somehow know that you were obsessing over them. It doesn't really work that way, because most of us, I'd say 99.9% of the world, is very unconscious to the specifics about how the law of attraction works in these types of cases. So the strange thing that happens is if you think about a person long and hard enough with enough intensity, yes, they will notice that you're thinking about them, but they won't actually perceive it that way. So what'll actually happen is they won't know that you're thinking about them. They will feel as if they are starting to obsessively think about you. This is a really interesting way to create a bond with another person at a distance, even before meeting them, because if you think enough about a person, if you make that thought signal strong enough, they will pick up on it. And normally how they will pick up on it is by seeing your face in their mind, hearing your name in their mind, suddenly getting a thought or a feeling about you. But of course, what happens when, think of in your own life, when you see someone's name or face in your mind, is your first thought, oh, that person must be thinking about me? No, of course not. Your first thought is, I am thinking about this person. And if it's a potential love interest, you may even be thinking, am I starting to get a crush on this person? I think I'm starting to like this person. I think I'm starting to see this person romantically. So in turn, in the same way, when you think about this person as much as you are, they will begin to think that they are the ones thinking about you. And this is actually the entire basis for remote seduction, which I talk a lot about on this channel, using the law of attraction to create a romantic spark with another person. This is really one of the basic components of that. So it was a really good question, and I hope that answered this question. I know it's a bit confusing because it's strange to think that you can think of someone so much that they start thinking about you, but then they will think that the thoughts are coming from their own mind. If you'd like to be able to create this kind of energetic thought bond with someone, I highly recommend checking the description box for my subliminal audio meditation track designed specifically for either remote seduction if it's a romantic connection you're trying to create, or my subliminal designed for telepathy, for sending a telepathic message to someone. Like I always say, subliminals are a really powerful way to reprogram your subconscious, create change in your life, and even create energetic shifts in your relationship or to cultivate brand new relationships. You can try out any of the subliminals on my site, Sound and Soulful, completely free for 7 days when you sign up for a free trial account. Most people message me saying that they experience energetic shifts and sometimes even noticeable changes in their lives within this first 7 days of listening. So give it a try and just see what begins to shift when you begin to put conscious intention out there into the universe. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If I resonated with you, please subscribe to my channel. Join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.